Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to week one of the 2025 series Spotlight on Success. For this week, we are welcoming all of our solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, and business leaders. We wish you a very happy new year and kicking off this first session strong. So it is so exciting to join you for another year together as we dive into a program designed to empower, inspire, and equip you to grow and scale your businesses with confidence and clarity. Our theme for this session is Get Brilliant at the Basics. Why? Because no matter how big your vision is, success always begins with mastering the fundamentals. The basics are the foundation of everything we build. And when they are rock solid, they allow us to innovate, grow, and tackle challenges with resiliency, foresight, and exponential success. So, why do the basics matter so much? Because in business, the basics are like the roots of a tree. They may not always be visible, but they determine how strong, adaptable, and sustainable our growth will be. So today we'll focus on four key principles that apply to all of us, no matter if you are a solopreneur, entrepreneur with a large team, or business leaders and are growing and innovating and exponentially scaling in commercial entities or other nonprofit, academia, government, etc. All of these are applicable to what we're going to discuss today. So, four different areas: clarity, consistency, connection, and communication. So let's start with number one, and that's clarity. So we want to understand, are you crystal clear on your goals, your mission, and your value proposition? Because clear intentions lead to focused actions. So if you do not have your strategic roadmap, if you do not have your targets, if you do not have your objectives and key results or key performance indicators or some type of metrics and measurements that you're using to understand, are you off or on or at course, now is the time to take that next step with regard to honing your vision for 2025. The next is consistency. Are your operations, branding, and communications aligned and steady? Because consistency builds trust and reinforces your credibility. We want to understand, have you thought through how you're going to automate? Are you having seamless experiences for your partners, your clients, your internal workforce, anyone else that is a major stakeholder that you need to serve in some capacity? We want to move from manual to automated with the help of AI or other orchestration, tasking, project related applications and solutions. The next aspect of consistency is branding. Are you on point all the time, everywhere? And again, that's going to go back to that clarity, right? So branding focuses on operationalizing and bringing to life the mission, the vision, the goals. And the brand is our stickiness, our mechanism to connect and resonate with our clients and our customers and our stakeholders and even internal. So we want to build that brand stickiness so that all they have to do is see a tagline, hear music, see a visual, and immediately they're going to bring your organization into their mind and associate that brand with hopefully wonderful outcomes that you are achieving for them product and or service wise. The last aspect of this is communications. And we need to make sure that our communications are inclusive of the mission, vision, goals, and the brand feel of how we're attempting to connect and resonate with our various populations. Because again, that consistency in messaging and branding and service delivery builds trust and reinforces credibility. So oftentimes we ask you to take a gauge of where you're at in this area early on in the year on a scale of 1 to 10. And then where do you want to move the needle to at the end of 2025 in this particular quadrant? And what 1 to 3 steps do you need to take to be able to get there? So we called that getting your current state, focusing on your future state, and building a bridge between the two so that you're able to fire on all of your cylinders going forward. So again, if this is an area where you need help or you need to spend some time and focus on internal resourcing to be able to get this right, now's the time so that you can scale further faster. The next element is connection. How are you showing up for your clients, your customers, your team? Because building authentic relationships is the foundation of lasting success. So we're going to go back to connection is about bringing the brand to life for the various populations that you serve. So do you have that brand vision in mind? Do you have clarity on how you want your organization to resonate with those various populations? What comes to mind? Is there an action you want them to take? Is there a feeling you're trying to evoke? Is there a vision you're trying to instill in them? So again, all of the connection aspects are going to feed into the branding and communications and operational, which is going to feed into getting clarity on your strategic framework, your goals, and your value proposition in order to operationalize all of those areas. And then last but not least is communication, right? Not only with regard to branding and its aligned communications, but overall, how effectively are you conveying your ideas, your vision, your value? Because strong communication ensures alignment within your own team, helps resonate with your preferred audiences, and it helps to foster understanding and greater collaboration, all of which, right, is going to strengthen your connection, enable you to be more consistent, and as we work this strategic framework, help you go deeper in your levels of clarity. So we oftentimes start from the bottom up with regard to the new year, because we want to really help you master these principles to set the stage for greater growth, impact, and success in 2025 and beyond. So let's start with just a quick exercise. You, wherever you are at this point in time listening to this, either live or on a YouTube or on a Spotify podcast or through our meetup portal or through our social media, I want you to take 2 minutes and write down one area of your business or your leadership where you feel the basics need to be strengthened. It could be any of the things we talked about: clarity, consistent, something else entirely, financial management, maybe daily operations, something that will help you scale to a greater level, right? So if, it doesn't matter if you're going 2x, 5x, 10x. What matters is that you get brilliant at the basics, because then through gaining clarity on your strategy and selecting the ones that are going to enable you to optimize your growth across 2025, then you're going to use your consistency, connection, and communication to bring those to life fully. So let's look at 3 ways or 3 takeaways in this nexus area. So the first is to simplify and prioritize your goals to make 2025 your most focused year ever. So in a world of distractions and endless possibility, simplicity is really going to be your superpower. So let's start by identifying 3 to 5 key goals that align most closely with your long-term vision. And here's some question to ask yourself as you're moving through this exercise now, maybe in second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, as you're moving into 2026. What will have the biggest positive impact on my business and professional and or personal growth this year? Which goals align most with my values and the value I wish to provide to others? And then we want you to, once those goals are identified, break them into smaller actionable steps so that you can operationalize them day by day, week by week, month by month, quarter by quarter, year by year. Simplification doesn't mean thinking small. In fact, we are asking you to think big in 2025. But what it does is it helps you focus on what matters most and allows you to let go of anything that doesn't move the needle towards those goals. So again, 3 to 5 key goals. What are the ones that are going to have the biggest impact? How do those goals align with your values and the value you want to provide? And we want 3 to 5 smaller actionable steps per goal that you're going to move out on starting like now. The next is building daily habits and workflows that save time and energy, because your daily habits are the building blocks of your success. We want you to assess how you spend your time and identify opportunities to create efficiencies. This could include morning routines, evening routines, midday routines, batching tasks, leveraging tools such as automation software, project management systems, orchestration solutions, or even delegating tasks to free up your time for higher value activities. The goal in 2025 is to work smarter, not harder, ensuring that your energy is spent on the activities that align the highest with your priorities, strengths, and values. The next is creating a clear action plan to address gaps and ensure your basics are rock solid. So again, take an inventory, take an honest look at your business and your leadership practices. Identify areas where gaps exist, whether it's in financial management, customer engagement, team alignment, operational processes. Maybe you don't have a strategic plan. Maybe you are not consistent. Maybe you don't have the connection you want to be having with your clients, customers, teams, or partners. Maybe your communication just really isn't in alignment with where you're going with 2025, and you need to put new practices in place. And it's okay. You don't need to boil the ocean on day one, but what you need to do is understand where you're at, what's working well, and what needs improvement. And then you need to prioritize and outline specific action steps to address the gap, preferably with a priority and a timeline for implementation. We want you, again, to work smarter, not harder. So what's the big rock? Number 1, number 2, and number 3, up to 5. What are the smaller goals, sub goals that are aligned with that? What are the tasks or activities associated with those sub goals, or OKRs could be the thing, then KPIs to help you understand how to quantify and qualify the moving the needle, and then you roll it up to the overall strategic goal that you have set is your number one big rock for the year. We want you to try to automate as much as possible the metrics, the measurements, in order to align back up to your KPIs and OKRs, up to those strategic goals, because then you're not spending your time, how am I doing, how am I doing, how am I doing, how am I doing? You've created a dashboard, you've created a scorecard, you've created something that's visual where you could say, I'm off course, or I'm really on course, and or I'm above course and excelling. So now we can move to the next big rock, right? So one rock at a time, as you work to harden and clarify your vision and your infrastructure, then move to the next one, move to the next one, move to the next one. Definitely put all of them on the table at the beginning of the year. Get your framework and your plan and how you're going to measure and target, but you don't have to operationalize all of them right out of the starting gate. You just need to prioritize them, and they can be integrated or collaborative or have interdependencies, so that when you solve strategic goal number one, it then provides a springboard for 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and so on. Or you can just have them be actioned appropriately to the revenue that it will generate, or the cost savings, or the optimization that you're looking for across your organization from a teaming, partnering, customer client building, etc. Not everything is a revenue, not everything is a cost saving. Some of them are enablers, if you will, to achieving both of those outcomes through a step forward in the optimization area. So we want you to measure progress regularly, preferably through a dashboard or scorecard, because it helps you stay accountable. A rock solid foundation isn't about doing everything at once. It's about making deliberate, focused improvements that strengthen your core and set the stage for sustainable and scalable growth. So I hope by focusing on these 3 areas, you will set yourself up for a year of clarity, efficiency, and progress. Let 2025 be the year you achieve with purpose. So as we close today's session, remember, mastery of the basics isn't a one-time effort. It's a mindset. Success doesn't come from perfection. It comes from steady, consistent improvement. So I hope your next step this week will be to implement one actionable change to strengthen your foundation, track your progress, and we ask you to feel free to share your experience in our meetup group, social media channels, etc. So let's make 2025 the year we build something extraordinary together. Thank you for starting your year out strong, and I can't wait to see all that you'll accomplish in 2025. Again, here at your service, should you need help with gaining greater clarity, building stronger consistency, deepening your connection, and heightening your communication to get brilliant at the basics. This is Dr. Rhonda Farrell signing off from week 1 of our 2025 series, Spotlight on Success. I am the CEO of Global Innovation Strategies and the Success Strategist. You can reach me at CEO@GBLINNOVStratLLC.com. And we welcome you to 2025 and heightened, scalable, and sustainable success.